Hello, welcome to Season 2 of ManHound Sound Sessions. I'm your host, Bill Wardlow. My guest today, from Sundae Drives, Mr. Adam Lee. Adam's an amazing songwriter, he's a terrific performer, and he's just a really great hang. I've met Adam several times over the years, and I've never really had a chance to sit down and just hang out. And he come over and spent about 5 hours, and we just shot the shit. I had a really great time. I hope to do it again sometime soon. But in the meantime, here's my interview with Adam Lee. All right, Adam, welcome to the podcast.
Hey, man, thank you so much for having me out, my brother. I appreciate you.
It's been a while we've been trying to do this.
I've flaked on you about 17 times.
I'm glad we finally got around to it.
Yeah, man.
It's awesome.
Finicky ass artists. We can't flake forever. You know what I mean? We just.
Well, what do you expect from a guy who's sitting here in sunglasses?
Hey, it's a fucking rainy Wednesday night at I don't know what time it is in the late PM hours, and I wear my sunglasses at night.
There you go. Let's get right into it.
Hell yes.
What got you started playing?
So I feel like it's a kind of like a chintzy thing to say, or you know what I mean, maybe generic, but I feel like I've always been. I feel like I'm a born artist, songwriter, musician. I don't claim to be good at any of that, but I do feel like it's in me, and even from the earliest age, I remember knowing that I was going to do this. I don't know about any grandiose dreams or any shit like that, but you know what I mean? I do remember knowing, and I think my brother, my kid brother, my little brother, he had got a, just a little shitty, maybe it was like just a fucking 3/4 size Fender acoustic guitar or something like that, right? And when Saturday Night Live came on, I would take the guitar and I would get as close to the television as I could, and I would try to put my hands in the same places that they were putting their hands and get some kind of noise out of it.
Well, Saturday Night Live's always got the best artists. So that's a good place to start.
It's been a dream of mine to since I was a young boy, I always wanted to be the musical guest. But from just I don't know, maybe 8, 9, 10 years old. You know what I mean? I was super fascinated. And around that same time, my dad brought home a stack of CDs from a pawn shop. No cases, no nothing. Just like, give me fucking $10 at the pawn shop, and dude gives you, you know what I mean? Like, hey, probably a bunch of stolen hot ass CDs or something. And my dad just bought them all. You know what I mean? It's like fucking 50 CDs. And he brought them home and gave them to me. And in that stack of CDs, changed my life. And
well, children, this is before YouTube, when you could just get on and listen to anything.
It's a thing. It
was huge.
It's a thing called a compact disc. It would blow your mind.
You couldn't just get music. It was huge to get a big stack of CDs.
Like my god, it was incredible. It was like having a fucking library of just, and that changed my life. That moment, that thing, and to. I don't want to say to my dad it was nothing, because my dad was a gnarly guy, and I think he knew exactly what he was doing. For the longest time, every holiday, we would get, as poor and as maybe broken as we came up, my dad would wrangle up music instruments for us. Never paid for a lesson, never had anybody to show us how to fucking use them. But me, my brother, and my sister, we got keyboards and guitars, and you know what I mean? It might have been junk from the pawn shop or maybe some stolen shit, who knows? But there were always instruments in my house. And that stack of CDs, in that stack of CDs was Marilyn Manson, Smells Like Children, Bone Thugs, East 1999, Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt, um, uh, fucking James Taylor, Greatest Hits, um, fucking, 9 Inch Nails, Pretty Hate Machine, one of my, and to me personally, one of the greatest albums of all time.
I have to agree with that.
7 Mary 3, American Standard, Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill.
Another really great album.
I mean, these are, if you know these records, this is back when an album,
those couple are ones that you just put on and let play through.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of, that's all killer, no filler, lots of content and substance. And, yeah, so some of those things I just said, those, being able to sit with those, Typo Negative, Bloody Kisses, being able to sit with those I mean, maybe a year, I just sat and just listened to everything, man. Fucking, Peter Tosh.
Oh,
yeah, I was a little kid, you know what I mean? I was a fucking little kid, you know what I mean? Learning about fucking, Bone Thugs and 9 Inch Nails and fucking reggae and, and, it seems silly, but I knew sitting with that music, that it was like more than just a fascination for me. I knew that I wanted to write songs. I knew that I could write songs. I didn't know how it all worked, of course, but, I felt that, man. It seems silly to say, but I did. I felt that magic. I felt that inspiration. To me, it was more than just listening to some rad songs. I felt a type of connection, like it was speaking to my soul in like a way of like, this is what you do. This is what you should do. This is your lane.
hell yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty early on.
So when did you put that together and write a song?
I started writing what I call pieces, not necessarily songs, but just pieces of things, which is still how I write to this day. Probably about, I was in a little fucking crazy thrash metal band called, are you ready for this? Rejection, Powerful, Tripping, Goddammit was the name of the band. And, yeah, so I was in a thrash metal band with my kid brother.
I never would have pictured you in a thrash metal
band. Man. Oh,
That's
yeah. And
great.
We basically just broke our gear a lot and just had to have it repaired and to break it again. And we were just really good at being sloppy and messy and really fucking fast. And I think that was in maybe 8th, 9th grade, something like that. And, somewhere towards like the end of maybe like 9th grade, I don't know if I'm right on age and shit, but I want to say around like 15, I started writing a collection of songs on an acoustic guitar. Not just ditty bopping around, but writing about my life, writing shit that had some substance to it. And those were the first group of pieces and songs and stories that I wrote about my world and your world and whoever, you know what I mean, anybody that could relate. So that was about 15 years old, which was also around the same time that I started, intravenously using narcotics and, my life became a mess around that same time. And throughout all of that, I had this one fucking thing that I felt like was mine and that no one could take away through you know what I mean, throughout my entire addiction and then into recovery and everything else. And that was songwriting, that was music, that was, even if they meant nothing to nobody.
Right.
You know what I mean? They meant something to me.
Are any of those still around?
Yeah, you just heard some.
Really?
Yeah, you just heard. Walk into Truth is Yeah, Walking the Truth is a story about it's about struggles with faith, and in typical Sunday Drives fashion, it's um I'm a fan of masking serious content with pop melody, whether it be sad or happy. So Walking the Truth, even though it has the snappy kind of, snappy poppy melody thing happening, if you break down the lyrics in there, I'm talking about uh, struggling with faith and falling in love with God and then hating God and falling back. You know what I mean? And these this relationship that you struggle and strive to have with a higher power that could maybe guide you out of your darkness.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a minute and listen to that.
Yeah, right on, man.
You walk into truth, kick it down, knock it out, feelings for you. Dead mouth, broken crown, thorns came unglued, and along with the lies, both scratch the moon. Well, the empire, the jewels, gave in sound to you know who. Now you're crippled for life, you will die slow as long as you die, as long as they know that you're not the leader. You pretend to be, you pretend too much, you're not the martyr. The martyr is free and walk above. So unscrew this worthless bow. It's too weak and the nail won't hold. Well, I guess there is not the tool that can pin me up, so I won't fall. Hey, I'll take the treasure away. Scrape that the sight is where I'll stay when I'm underneath the waves. It's a hole on me and a place to think. Go to ratchet up, get burned. I'm dirty, clean, me team 3060. Go, nothing is for show. Oh, is it ugly or beautiful? Whoa, is it ugly or beautiful? It's really more of a question rather than a statement. Oh, is it ugly or
Okay, great shit, man.
Hey, thanks for letting me stink the joint up, man. Thanks, thanks for letting me be so messy and sloppy in here. I appreciate it.
What's your process? I know you said you bring it in pieces, but
Yeah.
do you
Well-
sit down and purposely write? Does it?
No, I mean, and I don't bring it in pieces every time. So I'm big on no format. And I don't know if that's because I'm actually big on it or because I'm using it as an excuse because that's just the way that I write and that's the way I've always wrote. And maybe I don't even know how to fucking. I'm not necessarily the dude that's gonna sit down at a Nashville write. And I'm using quotation marks right now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not necessarily the guy who is going to be the best collaborator to format a song with, because my writing process is super sentimental, and I've never been a fan of format, so I never sit down and write something and say, and you can tell with all Sunday Drives material that a lot of it is formatted differently. So I never sit down and say, well, this is the chorus and this is the verse. And it has to be verse, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, outro, or whatever. You know what I mean? However the fuck it's done standardly. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So yeah, so some songs, like the one you just heard, that's one big flow. That's just me needing to get some shit off my chest. And there are other songs that are fucking 7 minutes long where I'm, telling
you got a lot to get off your
telling
chest.
you half of my life story, or maybe a 5 minute long song that has the same fucking 7 words like you're about to hear in a little bit. So I don't think I have a strict regimen for writing other than just inspiration. And I don't ever remember sitting down to write and saying, I'm going to write. I've sat down to say, let me tighten some lyrics up. You know what I mean? Let me scratch this word and add this word. But I don't believe I've ever sat down and wrote, definitely not anything worth keeping, where I was like, today I'm going to write a song. You know what I mean? It's just not how I personally operate. So, uh, there are some songs that I sat down and wrote in 10 minutes. I wrote Lifeguard in 10 minutes. You know what I mean? And it's one of the most, it's the fucking SD anthem or whatever. I wrote it in 10 minutes. There are other songs. I wrote Girlfriend in the span of fucking 3 years. You know what I mean? I wrote that song over a course of 3 years. So it's just like there's no, I'm coloring outside the lines a little bit.
How do you know when a song like that's done?
Right.
How do you drag it out for 3 years?
I know, right? And again, this is just, we're in the studio right now, and there's this 4-bar hip hop flow that has been bothering the fuck out of me, and this song sounds incredible. The mix sounds great and everything. The you know what I mean? It was recorded well, and it's mixed. It's fucking master. Everything's ready to go, and I can't push it forward because it's just not there. And I don't know how to poetically say that other than just there's something in there that's not speaking to me, and everything else is. So it's like, for example, the song we just talked about, where I spent over 3 years writing the song. That song was done, and again, quotation marks, 15 fucking times. But in my heart of hearts, I knew this isn't the one. This isn't the thing. This isn't it. This isn't something I'd be proud to show people. And it's funny because I've probably thrown away what people think would have been my best song. I probably crumbled it up and threw it in the fucking trash 15 times. But there's something very selfish and selfless about making art. So I need it to mean something to me, and I need it to tickle me and fuck with my vibrations before I can confidently or you trustingly give it to you. You know what I'm saying? So you don't really, it's so not like
is it just a feeling you get?
It's a feeling. Yeah, it totally is. That's it.
One time you play it and you go, oh yeah, that's it.
Yep. It's a feeling. And that's exactly what it is. They say something clicked, and that's usually what it is. Like, something comes together and I'm like, that's it. That's the fucking thing I was looking for. And again, sometimes that comes together in fucking 10 minutes. You know what I mean? Yeah. Sometimes it comes together in 10 minutes. And other times...
Well, some guys never stop changing stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, Brad Knoll was notorious for...
Sure.
He would do songs differently every single time. Sure. And what you heard on the record was just what he done in the studio that day.
Yeah, we're semi-guilty of shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We have live versions of songs. Vultures has never, ever, ever been played the same twice. Ever. It's never been played the same twice, man.
I dig that, though.
Yeah, it's never been played. Like, the lead that you hear on the record, that's the lead that he laid down in the lab that day. You know what I mean? That lead's never been played the same fucking twice. It's the cadence changes, the fucking intensity changes, you know what I'm saying? And there's a few songs like that. My Disease is one of those songs. Vultures is one of those songs. Yeah, there's a few of those that Nobility is one of those songs that are kind of constantly there's different variations of them depending on mood and setting and whatever.
Do you ever deal with writer's block?
Give me something wood to knock on. I have never experienced writer's block.
Really? Just constantly flows out of you.
You're making me sound... I don't want to say yes to that because then it makes me seem a certain way.
Well, I mean, with your catalog, though, I mean, that's kind of obvious.
I've never experienced the thing that they call writer's block. I've never experienced a thing where I couldn't find something to say, or I couldn't find my inspiration to guide me to that something to say. And by nature, I'm a loudmouth scumbag, and I feel like that's could be part of it. That you know what I mean? I'm just a fucking can be a brash personality, and and I think that helps to always have something to say. And also, I'm a very inspired motherfucker, and I don't necessarily look to other music to be inspired. It could be fucking anything. It could be how my girl's fucking hair smells when I walk by her. It could be fucking, you know, a little kid crying at the mall. I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? I just get inspired by weird shit. But I have never had writer's block. And I.
So do you have to immediately write something like that down? Do you speak it in your phone?
Well, so here's the thing.
When you have those moments in the middle of the grocery store.
Yeah. So I don't write about those things I was just saying. I've never wrote about a kid crying in the fucking mall, but those are things that sometimes inspire me to go write. I write about what I know, which, you know, we've been critiqued about before, isn't always happy content or happy substance, but, lyrically, but it's what I know. You know what I mean? It's what I know. And, I do jot a lot of shit down in my phone, and I'm old school. So I have a Lisa Frank notebook. Everybody's seen this fucking Lisa Frank notebook that I've held around for the better part of a fucking decade. Jotting, you know, it's just an idea book. But yeah, you know what I mean? Lines come to me, or ideas or whatever. And I'll you know, type them up in the phone, or scribble them down in the old Lisa Frank. I'm always writing about what happened yesterday, or what happens today, or what's going to happen tomorrow.
Right.
And I just hope that other people connect with it. I hope that other people are as dysfunctional and as fucked up as I am, and can relate to it. And
so do you write lyrics and then come up with a melody and lay chords under it, or do you have chords laying around?
It's a little bit of everything. It's not no real format to that kind of stuff. I wish I could give you a more interesting answer, but it's really it's a little bit of everything. You could name any song from the catalog, and that song might be a song where I wrote a page of lyrics with no melody, no anything, and then it got pieced together. Other songs where I had an entire instrumentation laid out in my head, guitar work, everything, and then added lyrics. So it's kind of all over the place. And
right.
And then there are other songs, even recently, coloring books. I started playing the guitar chords and writing the lyrics at the same exact time, and 20 minutes later it was done. You know what I mean? It was just done. It wasn't a song that I wanted to go back and revisit. I didn't want to go back and fuck with it. I didn't want to go back and tweak words and you know, do cooler shit on the guitar or spice anything up.
It's always great when they come together.
It was just done. Yeah. I said, you know what I mean? Like, melodically, vibe-wise, flavor, what was said was said. And a lot of these songs, the root of these songs are an acoustic guitar and a piano. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
Yeah, so sometimes shit comes together at the same time. That was a song that came together. Lyrics, guitar, wrote everything together one day. The next day, took it to the band room. Nick wrote the piano parts, you know.
And the rest is history.
And the rest is history. We won a few Grammys, and we got to be the musical guests on Saturday Night Live.
Well, let's take a minute and listen to this Grammy Award-winning song.
Yeah, man, let's do it.
Here's Coloring Books.
I lost a couple years to the prison system, gained a couple back once I quit fixing body healed up once I got sober. Track mark scores I tattooed over. Revelation says it's more than just a message. Coloring books or Christmas presents. And I'm filling up the pages. And yeah, I'm filling up the pages. Oh, I'm filling up the pages. Oh, oh. I lost a bunch of friends to the epidemic. Almost lost myself, but I quit fixing. Body healed up once I got sober. Track mark scores I tattooed over. Revelation says it's more than just a message. Risk, reward, the Great Depression. And I'm filling up the pages. Coloring books show a little mercy. Coloring books, do you know what hurts me? Coloring books with all these illustrations. I keep filling up the pages. Hey, yeah, I'm filling up the pages. Hey, well, I'm filling up the pages. Hey, yeah, I'm filling up the pages. Well, it's not a vacation, and it ain't no paradise. It's where I'm stationed. I'm feeling paralyzed while you're debating, afraid of changing. I'm at home and I'm filling up the pages. I keep filling up the pages. Hey, I'm filling up the pages. Oh, I'm filling up the pages. Hey, I'm filling up the pages. Hey, I'm filling up the pages. Fucking filling up these pages. Oh. I lost a couple years to the prison system. Gained a couple back once I quit fixing. I lost a bunch of years to the prison system. Almost lost myself, but I quit fixing. Oh.
All right. Great fucking song, man.
Hey, man, thank you for letting me perform some trash.
Hey, I had a great time. Thanks for playing for me. It's the best concert I've had all year.
Hey, man, appreciate you, brother.
2020's been a rough one for live shows and live music in general.
Yeah, man, it really has. Yeah, it's not it's not been kind to the majority of us. I think we're all um, just kind of hanging on, and it's uncertain times, man. Salute to the artists who are trying to figure it out and staying the course and finding alternative ways to be creative and to stay relevant.
So what have you been doing through 2020?
Yeah. We had some really gnarly canceled tours that we had to figure out a way to rebound from that. When the majority of your year is booked and laid out for you, so we had East Coast runs all booked for the summer, and then it's really crazy. I'm sure a lot of people have a similar story, but it's really crazy. We in late December, early January started booking a tour that spanned a month long, the month of April, basically, everywhere from fucking everywhere, man. Chicago, Nashville, several dates in Nashville, Atlanta, a couple dates in Atlanta, St. Louis, fucking Charlotte. It was everywhere, man. It was all up and down the Midwest, into the South, and that was a lengthy tour. And we booked media day. We booked fucking media fucking runs for this thing, man. It was really gnarly, man. We put a lot of heart and soul into it, and the tour kicked off on April 1st in Chicago. On April 1st, the world shut down on March 27th. The world shut the fuck down. Like, stay in your fucking homes. Anything you ever thought you were doing is not happening now. And we got fucking bins full of tour merch. We got fucking tour fucking posters all over fucking social media. We got, just so much shit lined up, man. Yeah, and it was just like, it all happened so fucking fast that we were just like, there was like a week or two lead up where shit was getting kind of spooky out there, but we were like, oh, we're not canceling this fucking tour. Like, this is all gonna go away. This is all gonna be fine. And it wasn't. It wasn't fine.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't. And here we are. You know what I mean? Here we are. And it's late December. Was I supposed to say that? Am I allowed to say?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So it's late December 2025, and
it's the day before New Year's Eve.
yeah. So yeah, man, we went through a few weeks of just feeling really kind of beat up and depressed about all of the hard work we had just put in, and then we had to suck it up, and just everybody else in the world is dealing with the same kind of shit, worse. So we had to just, we're resilient, man. We're resilient motherfuckers. We're vets. And you got to be able to find the silver lining in this game no matter what. Anyways, get used to hearing the word no. So, you know what I mean? You just, that's it, man. And
2020 is just a big giant
It's
no.
a big fucking no, man. It's right. And yeah, and we sat down together as brothers and we discussed what the rebound would be. And this year we probably planned on, I think, maybe dropping 2 singles, putting a bunch of promotion behind them and shit. But, I think we plan on dropping 2 singles. And instead, we went in and, we're leaving out of 2020 with about 6 or 7 tracks cut, 3 released, getting ready to release the final track of Volume 1.
That'll actually be out a couple days before now.
Yes, yeah. By the time you hear this, you know what I mean? By the time you hear this, all 4 songs on #Medicine Music Volume 1 will be available And hashtag Medicine Music Volume 2 will be dropping shortly after, sometime in mid-February. So please go fuck with that and run that up. But yeah, so basically, our answer was to go bury down in a cool fucking small intimate studio and record all of these songs that we've been touring on, that we toured all over, 2019. We got to go share all these songs with strangers, and we wanted to go buckle down and record those songs, and that would be, kind of our answer. So
Where'd you do that at?
we did that with Noah Smith. I'm glad you asked. I was about to do a shameless plug because Noah's incredible. I believe you've had him on the show. And we did that with Noah Smith at Thought Machine Studio, which is his studio. He engineered and produced 3 songs from Volume 1. There are 4 songs on it. The 4th song we did with Ben Fisher out at Starfish Studio out in Westchester. But yeah, Noah's been essential, man. He's been incredible. And we actually just wrapped up Volume 2. Hashtag Medicine Music Volume 2. The songs are all recorded. And I don't want to give you everything that's on there, but I will tell you that one of the songs that's on Volume 2, I played in this room tonight, and that is Nobility.
Great. Let's have a listen.
Check it out. I can run a marathon on 2 broken legs. I crawl on broken glass, follow you into the flames. Up 10 flights of burning stairs, just searching every room. And your broken heart gets broken up, you're broken down, I'm broken too. When your broken heart gets broken up, you're broken down, I'm broken too. Whoa, whoa. King, void of nobility. You are the feeling queen from a misery. Ooh, wow. I am the village king, void of nobility. You are the feeling queen from a misery. Maybe you got some threats to keep, I got some debts to pay. We could run away to Mexico, Mickey and Mallory, international crime spree, with the courts at Ivandale. Staged, hard fail, staged, hard fail. King, void of nobility. You are the feeling queen, promoter of misery. Ooh, wow. I am the village king, void of nobility. You are the feeling queen, promoter of misery. Wow. I don't know you anymore, don't know anything you stand for, any of the answers. Oh, let me go ransom, don't know you anymore, don't know anything you stand for, any of the answers. Oh, let me go ransom, don't know you anymore, don't know anything you stand for, any of the answers. Oh, let me go ransom, don't know you anymore, and you hold me for ransom. Check it out. Oh, I am the village king, void of nobility. You are the feeling queen from misery. Ooh, I am the village king, void of nobility. You are the feeling queen from misery. Wow, I am the village king. You are the feeling queen.
Awesome stuff.
Hey, man, thank you for letting me be so terrible. I appreciate it.
Too much, man. So you had all this merchandise,
Yeah.
and so what's up with it?
Hey, I didn't bring you a fucking thing. But I did mean to, and I think the thought is really what counts.
Well, how can people get their hands on it?
Yeah, man. So basically,
Are they tour shirts?
So they're not, but we are going to have a now that we had this big grandiose fucking tour canceled. I don't know how Nick feels about it, but I've been pressing the issue. I want to have a tour t-shirt made up and then just have a big red fucking canceled stamp. Oh, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
I think
right.
that would be super
Well,
rad.
that's what I was thinking,
And-
was just send them back and
Right, and have like I survived 2020
yeah.
type shit, or like, you know what I mean? Sunday drives fucking for president 2020. I don't fucking know.
I like the canceled.
Yeah, and yeah, yeah. Not by the culture, but just the tour. The tour was canceled.
Yeah, don't get canceled by the culture.
No, never that. So, but no, people can DM us on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, and we will handle you, man. We'll take care of you. Right now, we're in the process of changing web addresses, so I don't want to send anyone to the website just yet. It's under construction and probably will be. I want to say probably first, probably a few more months at least. Yeah. So, just one of those things, man. We're kind of revamping and reevaluating.
Cool.
Yeah, man.
So, I know you got Volume 1 coming out.
Yeah.
That actually out
Yeah.
by this time.
Mm-hmm.
And Volume 2 in a couple of weeks from what would be right now.
Yeah. Volume 2 will be dropping in mid-February, and it's I don't want to say vastly different than Volume 1, but it definitely has its own personality. A different set of songs, and kind of a different approach to those songs. I definitely feel like Volume 1 showed off some different wrinkles and different dynamics in our songwriting and kind of what we do and what we're capable of. And I think Volume 2 seems a little bit more cohesive, might be the word I'm looking for. Where on Volume 1 you had a song like Coloring Books next to a song like Strep Throat. Those very different sounds, very different feels. And I think that Volume 2, not on purpose, you know what I mean, but just kind of naturally seems a little bit more themed, just from the collection of songs that's on there. But yeah, I'm super proud of it. I think it's a little more production heavy than Vol 1. I think it might even be a little bit more piano heavy than Vol 1. I think it is. And yeah, it's really really happy with all of the songs, happy with the way that everything came together. Um, it's taking these songs in to the studio. These are songs that we go into clubs and play very intimately and stripped down. So, taking them into the studio and putting them on a project, it's kind of at our disposal what we want to do with these songs, and how much we want to build them up or tear them down. You know what I mean? And we just kind of let that.
It's a whole different world.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
It really,
yeah.
The studio opens up endless possibilities.
Endless, man. And we let that speak to us. I believe in giveth, taketh away. You know what I mean? I think you give until it feels right, and then maybe even take away. You know what I'm saying? And kind of see where everything is sitting. But yeah, so in the volumes lying ahead, I think there's a lot of that. There's that on every volume. There's stuff that is going to be overproduced for the sake of being in the studio, and there are going to be things that are maybe more stripped down. You might take a song like a keyboard-driven songs like Your Bedroom, 11, Ghosts of Claremont County, stuff like that. A song like 11 where it's so fun to build layers of we do that song live and we do these searing fucking vocal harmonies. But that's live. That's two people live, and you know what I mean? We're being as busy as we can be vocally.
Right.
But taking a song like that into the studio where you can build fucking harmony after harmony after harmony and really just create a whole fucking texture of vocals. You know what I mean? So,
not to mention you can play 2 or 3 instruments at a time.
yeah, of course. So, but yeah, 11 is just that's an example of a song that can be so stripped down, just piano and acoustic guitar and vocals, and can be built up to just have big production.
Right. Well, a little off subject real quick.
Yeah.
I forgot to ask earlier.
Yeah.
Does Nick do a lot of writing? Do you guys write together?
So
how does that work?
Yeah, I'll be transparent with you, man. So Nick does not do a lot of writing per se. Nick does arranging. You know what I mean? Nick does a good bit of arranging. I do most of the writing. I do the writing, and I will write the bare bones of a song. I will write the lyrics, the melody, the rhythm, or whatever. The guitar parts, and I will take that into the medication station, and we will Nick will go to fucking work, man, and Nick will write all of his parts. You know what I mean? And he will kind of build around that. It's a beautiful marriage, man. It's, you know what I mean? He does all the things that I can't do.
Right.
And I do you know what I mean? Wherever he lacks at, I compensate for. And wherever I lack at, he compensates. The dude is a fucking genius, man. He's incredible. He could play whatever. He could play that. He could play a tube of toothpaste.
He's pretty amazing to watch.
Yeah, he really is. He's special, man. So, I always say this about Nick. Any idea that I go to the practice room with, or the writing room with, or the rehearsal room with, whatever you want to call it, any idea that I go with, Nick finds a way to take my idea that I'm hearing in my head and make it even fucking better than I'm hearing it in my head. And that's about the fucking best thing you could ask for. You know what I mean?
Right.
I write these songs, and then in my head, I hear what they're supposed to sound like. And then I take them to Nick, and Nick makes them sound even cooler than what the fuck I imagine.
And that's what makes a good team.
Yeah, man. And I think, Nick actually, he made it so comfortable. We've had interviews where people are like, so how's the co-writing? And you know what I mean? And Nick actually steps right out and says, no, I don't write. I don't write. I fucking arrange. I play things. I build things. Adam writes. I make shit pretty. I make shit magic. You know what I'm saying? And like, I love that he's that forward about it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, and arranging's important.
Oh,
I mean,
man, it's fucking. Listen, man, I
a good
will.
arranger can take a song that's okay
Yeah,
and
he's-
really turn it into magic.
He's that guy. He really
Yeah.
is. He's that guy. You know what I mean? I always take bridges to him. I always take transitions to him, and those are good little. I don't want to say problem areas, but they're just good things to run by Nick, and the ideas that he can come up with for turnarounds and you know, little transitions and bridges and shit like that, man. You know, he's brilliant, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of screwed up the whole intro into it, but let's have a listen to 11.
Oh, right on, man. Right on. Yeah.
You say you'll ride or die, and I think that we might die. One is right. You say just to open up your eyes, but you don't really want me to open up these floodgates. Wow, I'm a savage and a rebel. I take pleasure in the devil. Can you get up on my level? Level 11. I'm a savage and a rebel. Can you get up on my level? That's level 11. 11. That's level 11. Level 11. Whoa. You say just to open up your eyes, but you don't really want me to open up these floodgates. You say, yeah, you say you'll ride or die, and I think that we might die. On this ride, I'm a savage and a rebel. I take pleasure in the devil. Can you get up on my level? Level 11. I'm a savage and a rebel. Can you get up on my level? That's level 11. I'm a savage and a rebel. I take pleasure in the devil. Can you get up on my level? Notify me now or never. When up here is F1. That's level 11. 11. That's level 11. Level 11. Oh,
All right. Awesome stuff.
Hey, appreciate you tolerating the garbage, man.
Well, this segment, let's do a little rapid fire.
Okay, cool.
What's your influences?
My influences are 9 Inch Nails, James Taylor, Michael Jackson, Garth Brooks, Bone Thugs and Harmony.
That's a pretty wide variety.
Those are my influences.
That's awesome. What's your favorite local band?
See You in the Funnies. See You in the Funnies. I mean, I love all my favorite bands happen to be local. But See You in the Funnies are my favorite local band. I also really, really, really love Darkroom Ignite. I'm a huge fan of The Last Troubadour, Smoke Parade, rest in peace, Taylor Shannon. One of my all-time favorite bands. Room for Zero. I really love Room for Zero. There's too many to name, and I don't want to get into, fucking around and leaving some great bands out. But I would say that See You in the Funnies is my favorite local band.
What's your favorite funny song?
Oh, man. We could probably do this all night. Fuck, it changes. So I don't even know if I want to. It constantly changes. But I will say this: they have never released a mediocre song. I personally think that Floozy is one of the best projects ever released in Cincinnati music history. That's my personal belief, and I think that the Floozy project, I believe that is. Hey, fuck it, man. I don't need to bite my tongue. I think that's the best thing. I think it's the best project that any artist from Cincinnati has ever released ever. I don't give a fuck there. I fucking said it. Like, I'm dead serious. And I think all their other projects are fucking, right there following it. That's just my belief, man. But today, I will say that today my favorite See You in the Funny song is Open Containers. Today.
I have to agree with you as far as Floozy goes.
Okay.
But Soft Pack is growing on me.
No, I mean, fuck. It's a masterpiece. I mean,
it's really great album.
It's a fucking masterpiece. You know what I'm saying? It really is. It's a fucking masterpiece. And I'm not saying Floozy is their best project. I'm saying there's something so fucking magical about that record stacked up against anybody else.
There's just such great songs on it. I mean, they're just great.
And if you stack that up next to anything that's came out of our city in the last fucking 25 years, I just feel like that project is just, it has a swagger and a feel and a magic to it that's just, I love that band so much that I forget about my own band you know what I mean? That's what a super fan I am of them. And I have been for fucking years. I've been singing their praises. Everyone else caught on late, in my opinion. I mean, I those cats were,
not to take anything away from anyone else in the band, but I'm a huge Thomas fan.
Listen,
I just stand there and drool on myself and watch that guy play guitar. It's amazing.
Man. Let's just take just a short let's go on a little short Thomas rant.
No one plays like that.
Nobody. Listen, this motherfucker plays with such style and flavor and grace. And if you've ever wondered what creates what the magic is, Thomas is the fucking magic, and I'll openly say that, and I don't think anyone would dispute that. All of that cool little sparkly, beautiful, all of the stuff, man, the fucking stuff. Thomas is so responsible, and that is all based on just his style. That's his fucking style of playing,
and nothing flashy at all.
No,
most
man.
people don't even realize he's doing it.
He's so fucking tasty. Everything is so tasteful.
It's just amazing,
and with purpose. We could turn this whole interview into, you know what I mean, me just gloating about those cats.
Yeah.
So yeah, but
I just love to watch him play.
Yeah.
It's really something.
Hey, but you know what? I want to say something. Jimmy, I was on the phone with Jimmy before I came out here tonight, and this is just funny, so I got to mention it. He almost came with me tonight. I almost had him convinced. It was a little last minute. He decided not to. And before I got off the phone with him, I was like, nah, it's all cool, dog. I'm gonna go out and talk some shit about you. I'll make sure to talk some trash about you. So while I'm on here, I just want to say that Jimmy Clever is a real piece of shit. So
you know,
I can say that he's my brother, so you know what I mean. I'm allowed.
Oh, that's great stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, we went there.
I'm hoping to have Jimmy on real soon, so maybe he can talk some shit about you.
Yeah, I hope he does, man. And you know, if I know him like I know him, he will. He'll say some pretty mean things about me, and you know, I'll be flattered. So, but yeah, what else you got for me?
What's your favorite venues to play?
Ooh, favorite stages to play on? Yeah, Woodward Theater, Southgate House. I'll take any room in the Southgate House. I know people prefer downstairs in the big room. But I'll take any room in the Southgate House. I just like the
gorgeous facility. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I'm a sucker for fucking dive bars. It's where I built my whole thing at. So I love Motor Pub. I love Northside Tavern. And one that's I think kind of gets overlooked is Madison Live. I like Madison Live a lot, man.
I do too.
I do. So yeah, if
I love the floor there.
Yeah, me as well. And then let me just fucking do my OG flex and throw out York Street Cafe, which is some shit not even everybody knows about. And then
I'm not familiar. Where's it at?
Right. It's in Newport. It's on York Street in Newport. So yeah, Woodward Theater, Woodward Theater, Southgate House, fucking Motor Pub, Northside Tavern, Madison Live, another place, one of my all-time, maybe my fucking all-time favorite place ever before they kind of reevaluated their format, and you know what I mean, they're not really doing live music, was the Drinkery. So the Drinkery was, you know, one of my all-time favorite venues. But yeah, man, those venues, you know, I enjoy those venues every time I'm there.
Awesome.
Those are local venues. Quick shout out to some of my favorite venues that are not local though. Back to dive bars. I'm a sucker for Springwater Supper Club in Nashville. I love the 5 spot in Nashville. Odeon in Louisville, Kentucky is probably my favorite stage I've ever played ever. Right up there with like a Woodward Theater, just fucking gorgeous. So Odeon in Louisville, and then quirkiest, most memorable venue probably in America is a place called Healer. Shout out to Healer in Indianapolis, Indiana. So yeah, go check out Healer.
Nice. What's so quirky about it?
It's a live functioning art gallery with a fucking stage in the middle of it, and it is
nice.
The dirtiest, nastiest, most whimsical, quirkiest art you could ever imagine. There's literal tunnels that you have to get on your hands and knees and crawl through, like fairy tunnels. And then it opens up into big rooms where the whole wall is just filled with like broken televisions from like the fucking mid 80s, and they're all on like different channels. And then you go out of that room and you're like by the stage, there's a wall, like stage left, there's a wall. And I didn't know what it was until I really inspected. I was around it for fucking hours and just thought it was a fucking, I don't know what I thought it was. I just thought it was a pile of torn up paper. And it was like fucking 3 feet high in the corner. It was like a fucking snowdrift of torn up paper. And I eventually go over and I see writing on a piece of the paper, and I pick it up. And it's a part of a love letter. And the whole fucking corner is just filled with like ripped up love letters. Real fucking handwritten love letters.
Wow.
Wow, dude. Right.
Wow.
Statues of sculptures of people having sex. Just crazy shit, man. It's literally unexplainable. And it's just something that you try to explain to people. Like I said, you crawl on your hands and knees through a fucking fairy tunnel to get into a room.
Right.
That's a thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so
that's neat shit.
Healer, Indianapolis, Indiana. If you're local, or if you're a regional touring musician, you must go there.
Have you played Scully's? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, Scully's in Dayton.
Columbus.
Columbus.
Right on High Street.
You know what? I haven't. I haven't played Scully's.
You should.
Yeah.
It's a great place.
The tour that we were talking about, that 2020 spring tour, the month of April, that nice big long tour. So Scully's was, I believe Scully's was on that. So
you got to get up there.
Yeah.
It's a cool place to play.
I've heard, man. Several people actually have been like, y'all would go over well.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah, I've heard that. So yeah, that is something that I'll put in the little black book, man, for sure.
There in Canal Street Pub in Dayton.
Okay, so Canal. I have
would
played.
Be great for you.
Yep, I played Canal Street Pub. I also played.
I've seen.
What the fuck else is What is by Canal Street Pub? 2 venues, not very far apart. You know, maybe fucking 5 minutes driving.
I don't know.
Oh man.
I seen John Hammond Jr. at Canal Street though, and
oh wow,
oh my god, It was the most amazing thing I've ever seen. That little tiny bar. It was so amazing. Like he come out and sat down, and the whole place just went completely quiet, and everybody sit and just paid attention.
Yeah, see,
and
I love
in between songs, they would clap, and then it would go totally silent again.
Yeah, I played a club show there back in like 2017.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a cool place.
Yeah,
I saw the Reverend Horton Heat there as well.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay, because I got to remember this other. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. Shout out to Dayton venues, man. Yeah, there's some cool stuff up in Dayton and Columbus as well. I'm trying to think of the venue in Columbus that I played right around the same time as Canal Street, but it's missing me. But yeah, that's what's up, man.
What's the best song you think you've ever written?
I think they're all pretty shitty. I don't know. It's such a weird, subjective question. You know?
It really is.
Like,
that's why I like to ask it.
I love you and we're friends, but like
on the spot.
That question makes me want to punch you in the face, and you have a very not punchable face. I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know. I can't even. I'm let somebody else say that. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just so subjective, and I never look at a song as saying, "Oh, this is a great song," but I know that they all have their own meanings to me, and they're all my babies, if that makes sense. They all have like a little special place in my heart, a little special thing about them that makes me feel a certain way when I play them and when I share them with people and emote. Yeah, I'm dragging that out, but I really don't know, man.
It's usually whatever song needs to be heard at the moment.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I like My Disease.
You know, I'm gonna tell this story, and I'm probably gonna end up telling it on some other podcasts and some other interviews as well, because I'm proud of it. But this is the first. It's the first time I'm gonna tell this story.
We've got an exclusive.
Yeah. So I can't tell you what volume it's on, but My Disease is on one of the volumes. And we went in to record My Disease with Ben Fisher. And now keep in mind, Noah Smith has done the majority of the songs that we've cut for the volumes. We did My Disease.
Where's Ben Fisher at?
So Ben Fisher is in Westchester at Starfish Studios. Ben Fisher is a really amazing human being who works in the thick of recovery culture. He runs an organization called A String of Hope, and you should link with Ben.
Yeah, it's a fabulous show.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
I seen you on there. I seen
You should link with Ben.
Yeah,
Ben's, and I'm gonna plug you, but Ben's fantastic, man.
yeah, they do a great job. It
Yeah.
sounds
And
great. It looks great.
And
yeah.
Ben's just special. He's just you ever meet somebody and you're just in the room with them and you're just like, I feel you, dog. Like there's something really fucking special about you. Ben is that type of person, man. I get in a room with him and I just, he's the only like, I get in a room with this motherfucker and I'm like, I don't want to disappoint you for some reason on anything. Like, I don't know. He just, I don't think I'm conveying all this right. But anyways, Ben's very special. He's a very special person.
You can find String of Hope on YouTube, by the way.
A String of Hope on.
They're great videos.
Yes, A String of Hope on
sounding.
Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. And Ben, recovery culture is near and dear to my heart. Ben really works right in the heart of it and does some really, really outstanding things for people who are newly minted in their sobriety journey or who are long ahead and have kind of settled in. Ben's great, man. He's not enough kind words to say about Ben Fisher. So we were out at Ben Fisher's and we had planned on recording something for the volumes. As I told you earlier, you know what I'm saying? We wanted to do a song off of every volume. We wanted every volume to have one song from Ben's studio. The other songs would be under Noah's tutelage, you know what I'm saying? And we would have these songs with Ben. One song from each volume with Ben. And we went out to Starfish and I don't think we had a game plan, but we walked in and he said, "What are we doing today?" And me and Nick said, "We're going to do My Disease." And Ben set up one mic stand with a Omni condenser. And
Omni meaning it picks up the whole room all the way around the microphone.
Yes, folks. He set up one Omni condenser in between Nick and I. And he set up a pencil mic on each side of us. One for Nick, one for me. That's 3 microphones. One pencil for Nick's guitar, one pencil for my guitar.
And then an Omni for the vocals.
You've
seen that on the Beach Boys or the Beatles. When you see those clips from the recording studios, you see those guys all standing around one mic singing harmonies together. It's amazing.
Yeah. So I don't feel like that's a thing in this day and age that
you don't see it very often anymore.
So we walked into the room and Ben is out behind the glass and he gives us the signal and we start the song and we play the song one time, one take, one fucking time. We shared a microphone. By the end of the song, like, Nick is almost in tears. Like, Nick's super emotional. Like, I'm fucking shaking. My fucking, my left hand is like just shaking playing the last couple chords. You know, Nick's got fucking tears welled up in his eyes, and it made the record. That's what we're gonna release that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's the story, man. One time, one take, one song, we shared a vocal mic. It's so imperfect. There's wrong notes. There's all kinds of stuff happening in there. And every bit of it is so from the fucking heart. It's so organic. It's so from the heart. It's what you're meant to hear.
It's all about the performance.
So to have you know, songs like we talked about earlier, songs like, you know, maybe a song like a Your Bedroom or an 11 or a fucking you know, these songs that, you know, might be full of production, to have such a stark contrast on this project, to be able to put out a song, and the story behind that song is that me and my partner stood less than 2 feet away from each other and sang our fucking hearts out, to the point of, you know, really in our emotions. And, you know, Nick was almost in fucking tears by the end of the song, and we did that. That's making the record, man. One
awesome.
take, one song. We didn't go in and play it 20 fucking times and say, oh, this is the one. We walked into a room, we played the song the very first time, and we sang our fucking hearts out. And yeah, one take, one mic. So
wonderful.
Yeah, man. So it's really special.
Well, let's have a listen to that.
Right on, man.
So pure forever, or I could give you my disease. We could float on up to heaven, or you could cruise towards hell. To hell with me. You could cruise on down to hell with me. You could cruise on down to hell with me. You could stay so pure forever, or I could give you my disease. We could float on up to heaven, to heaven.
All right, man. Amazing stuff.
Yeah, it was terrible, man, and I do appreciate you.
I don't know about all that. I had a great time, and like I said, it's the best show I've seen in 2020.
Hey,
So,
right on, man. That does mean a lot, man. You know, I try to provide you the most awful experience. You know, as a performer, I'm out of shape. You know what I mean? And I'm sure, you know, I'm not the fucking only one. But you know, so it's very humbling. 2020 has been humbling. The few times where I've you know, I'm not in a studio and I'm actually having to play some songs for someone. I'm like, oh fuck, man, you almost forgot how to sing. You almost forgot how to fucking play guitar. You know, so
I would guess that's the case for a lot of musicians that are used to playing on a regular basis.
Yeah. You know, I think a lot of us are. I think for a bunch of us, you know, this is the longest we've ever went without playing shows, and maybe most of our careers. You know what I'm saying? At least in, you know, in mine and in a lot of my peers. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when's the last time, you know, active, striving, starving, hungry musicians went a fucking year without playing a show, you know? So,
well, and let's just hope that 2020 brings a lot of really great songs, and
2021.
And 2021 will be the
Yeah.
showcase for all
Yeah,
those
there
great
you
songs
go.
that
Yeah,
came.
man. Okay, I see where you're going. Yeah, man. Yeah, I did do a good bit of writing in 2020. Coloring Books was wrote in 2020. Ghosts of Claremont County was wrote after Taylor Shannon died. Um, Surveillance was wrote in 2020.
Such a tragic deal.
Yeah.
Now that you mention it,
Yeah.
Taylor Shannon was such a great artist, and I really wanted to have him on the show. I
Was the goat.
had reached out to him,
He was
and
the fucking goat. I want to go on
yeah,
record and say
he
that
was-
he wasn't just my best friend. I'm not just saying that because
go out and check out his solo stuff.
everything, anything he ever
Smoke
touched,
Parade was just amazing.
anything he ever touched, man, is go dive into his body of work, his catalog, and yeah, I'm not coming from like a biased place because he was my brother. I'm saying he was a special artist, a once in a lifetime personality, and just a gorgeous human being. And I attribute him with so much of so many high points of my career. He inspired. He was the first person to ever, put me in front of a crowd full of, hundreds and hundreds of people that I didn't bring. He's the first person to ever introduce me to a crowd of hundreds of people that I didn't promote for.
I've heard that from more than one person.
You damn sure have. He was my OG. Everybody has an OG in the game. You know what I mean? Like, who the fuck's your OG? Like, Taylor Shannon was my OG. I'm ripping him off to this day. You know what I mean? Things that he showed me. He's the fucking GOAT, man. And if you're from my neighborhood, if you're from the East Side, you know. He is royalty. He's a legend. He was a legend before he died. He was everybody's OG over here. He was the first person to do it big on our side of town.
It's what everybody's striving to do.
You know what I'm saying? And he did it,
Yep.
man. He was he had fan bases in fucking Atlanta, New York, fucking,
And such a humble guy.
incredible,
Just,
man.
Yeah,
Really,
super nice. Always,
really,
always talk to you.
Just a special dude, man. And
Yeah.
so much personality and so much life. He was the first person to ever take me on a multiple day run that I didn't set up. Again, you know what I mean? That was the kindness of his heart. He literally, the dude used to fucking book, 3, 4, 5 day tours, and he would literally book a fucking opening act and bring me on the road with him, and I would be his opening act, and we would go do Nashville runs, and yeah, man, just I learned a lot from him. Very innovative, just constantly creating, man, always creating. And yeah, so we lost Taylor early in 2020, and yeah, I say this, Taylor died and the world went to shit. And yeah, so Ghost of Claremont County, I wrote shortly after Taylor died. Surveillance, a few other things that I've wrote in 2020. So yeah, you know what I mean, a good little collection of songs. Me and Nick wrote a really cool hip hop song for our hip hop project that's coming out after the volumes. And that song is called Ooh, first dry moment.
Daggone it.
On the spot, man. Lost for words. It's called Quotables. That's what it's called. It's called Quotables. And yeah, it's called Quotables. And yeah, so a good little collection of songs out of 2020. And yeah, what you said was fucking spot on, man. In 2021, hopefully we get to put these things on display.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So Volume 1 come out a couple days before this is released.
Yeah.
Volume 2 comes out in probably a couple weeks from when this is released.
Yes, sir.
Where do we find them?
So, we have a distribution company, shout out to Symphonic, that does a fantastic job of distributing our music to every dark corner of the fucking world. So no matter who you like to stream through, or whatever platform you prefer, you can find us any and everywhere, all the way from Spotify and Apple Music, down to the most obscure platforms and streaming services. So you can find us any fucking where. Follow Sunday Drives on Instagram. Follow Sunday Drives on fucking Facebook, Twitter, fucking Snapchat, fucking TikTok, wherever. I don't, wherever you want to go. Follow us in real life. Be creeps and follow us home late at night. But yeah, man, we're out there, man. We're everywhere. We got visuals. We got official visuals that are dropping with the songs. So
those are on YouTube.
Yeah, you can find those on YouTube. You can find those on our Instagram page.
And spell Sunday Drives for me.
Hey, quick. So Sunday Drives is Sundae, like hot fudge sundae. Sundae Drives, Drives. Sunday Drives, not like the day.
You will not find it looking up Sunday Drives on YouTube.
You will not find any content by looking up Sunday.
Actually, there's a few live videos.
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
We gotta wipe those, man. We gotta wipe those. Our management hasn't gotten around to that yet. Yeah, we gotta knock those out. But yeah, man. So we're, you know what I mean. We're gonna continue pumping out content and plenty of substance. So, yeah, man. We're gonna keep pushing like we've done all year long, and just be optimistic.
Great. I hope 2021's a lot better for you guys.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah,
I'm looking forward to hearing the new record.
Yeah, appreciate that very much. Very much.
Adam, thanks a lot for coming
man.
out.
Thank you.
I had a blast.
Hey, man, me too. And again, I want to apologize to you on record that I flaked on you 193 times. Because
it's a musician thing. It
not
happens.
Only are you a great dude and a really fucking outstanding, you give a great interview, or conduct a great interview, and But dude, your fucking place is gnarly, man. This is just a very rad place. And you step in here, and this is like a fucking you. I mean, you really got your own little piece of paradise, man. It's very nice, super quality. So I appreciate you for having me out. Everybody, go follow.
ManHound Sound Studio.
Do it. I stumbled over the fucking name 50 times. It's a tongue twister, but go
We're
follow.
on Facebook. You can email us at manhoundsound@gmail.com.
ManHound Sound, ManHound Sound, ManHound Sound, ManHound Sound, ManHound Sound, ManHound. See, I did that 5 times. Go follow ManHound Sound and
come out and record something.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Fuck, you really you should give it a whirl. This is a really cool spot you got, and salute to your platform, man.
Hey, thank you so much.
Appreciate you.
I really appreciate it. Thanks for sticking around till the end. If you get a chance, go check out a Sunday Drive show. Nick and Adam are amazing together. If you know someone that would be good for the show, or if you'd like to book some studio time, you can reach out to us at manhoundsound@gmail.com. My next guest will be Josh Ferreira. From here to California and back again, he's got a great story. He's got some really great songs, and he's just super smooth. So as we were wrapping up, Adam reached over and grabbed my guitar and sat on the floor and started playing a song. So I just hit record, picked it up on a mic from across the room. So I'll leave you with that as we go. Again, I'm Bill Wardlow. This has been ManHound Sound Sessions. I'll see you next time.
It's called Ghost of Claremont County. Owned everything. Own everything. Grandest accent, with your protection and your affection. You got the science down to everything. You'll get in. Why won't you wait your turn? Why won't you wait your turn? Now you're the ghost of Claremont County. Where every holiday feels like Halloween. Now go conduct your train and come on my train. You are the ghost of Claremont County. Your affection, royal entrance, your grandest accent, your addiction and your prescription. Got the science down to everything. Why won't you wait your turn?
Why won't you wait your turn? Why won't you wait your turn? Why won't you wait your turn? Now you're the ghost of Claremont County, where every holiday it feels like Halloween. Now go conduct your train and come on my dreams. You are the ghost of Claremont County. You are the ghost of Claremont County, where every holiday feels like Halloween. Now go conduct your train and come on my train. You are the ghost of, now you're the ghost of Claremont County, where every holiday feels like Halloween. That was a trash ass version of it because it's so fast and frantic, typically. But